Hello and welcome to day number 6 of my 12/12 birthday countdown. I am Dr. Tasia White, and today's hard truth is about helping others. And so when I think about helping others, I feel like it falls into one of three categories. So you either have the people who genuinely want your help and appreciate your help, and you know this by how they express their gratitude or even how they may reciprocate the help. And so that may not necessarily be the case for everyone, but what I found is that when people genuinely appreciate the help that they're receiving, they will try to do something to express gratitude or appreciation. So one example that comes to mind, there was a student that I had many moons ago who essentially didn't have any place to live for a semester. And although my supervisor at the time probably would not have agreed with this decision, I decided to give the student housing because they didn't have anywhere else to stay and they were trying to finish school and there was just a lot going on for them personally. And so I helped the student out, kept it under the radar. They were really good. They didn't cause any trouble, like there were no issues, to the point where I almost kind of forgot that they were there. I had helped them at the beginning of the year. And so fast forward, we're at the end of the academic year and the student comes to me and he thanks me for helping him out. And he expressed that he found a job after college and was really excited and was just thanking me for helping him in this time of need. And I feel that is a perfect example of like when we have people who genuinely appreciate our help. In this case, with this student, he could have easily just went on about his life, left for the year, not said anything, but he actually took time out of his day to stop by my office. He thanked me. He even gave me a card and a little gift just to express his gratitude. And while I certainly was not expecting that, I did appreciate that from him because, again, it showed me that he genuinely appreciated the help that I offered. The second camp is actually the complete opposite of the first one. Those are the people who just take and take because they can. Growing up, it was really challenging for me to sort of come to terms with those individuals because my natural instinct is to be helpful. I always try to go above and beyond to help others whenever possible. And so when I encounter these individuals who will literally just take and not express any gratitude, not reciprocate in any way. I had friends who would have no issue with taking up my time and energy. But when it came time for me to reach out to them to get their help on something, it was crickets. They just disappeared. It was like they suddenly became busy or had some excuse as to why they couldn't help me. But once I realized there was really nothing that I did wrong, it was really about what their intentions were at the time, I was able to figure out how to best navigate those types of people. And so for me, I just tried to distance myself. We can still be cool, we can still be friends, but I'm going to be very intentional about how I invest into that friendship. Those types of people are just transactional and just looking to get something out of the relationship. And I didn't necessarily go out of my way to help them like I would with those in the first camp that I mentioned. And so the third camp are people who just simply need to learn from certain experiences. And while they may need help, there isn't anything that I can do to actually help them because they need to help themselves. And so the third one is actually the one that I feel like I grappled with the most because, again, I'm someone who genuinely likes to help others. So it was really a struggle for me. I had individuals that were struggling with something and I would try to help them get out of whatever rut they were in. And regardless of how much help I would offer, they seemed to be in that same place. And so it was like we were going through the cycle. And so I eventually had to figure out that these people need to help themselves. There is something that they need to learn to get themselves out of their situation. I feel like it wasn't until I started coaching that I fully understood what that meant. So when I initially started my coaching business, I would offer advice and provide tools to my clients. I had some who were really good about following instructions, and then I had some who simply didn't try. And as someone who wants to see others succeed, who wants to see people do well, it became really frustrating for me to the point where I was just ready to do it for them. But then I eventually learned that I had to surrender my own control issues and allow them to do what they needed to do. And so for some of them, it was having to fail a third time, a fourth time, a fifth time before they actually got it. But I eventually recognized that it's what they needed. It's part of their own growth. It's part of their own development. And so there's nothing that I can do to help move them along. They have to be willing to move themselves along. And once they're able to demonstrate that, then I could offer a little bit more assistance. But even then, I recognized that I needed to be intentional about the type of assistance that I was providing so that it didn't hinder their growth. And so one of the things that I feel like I had to come to terms with is recognizing those moments when I genuinely needed to help someone or when I was maybe hindering them by offering the help. I appreciate the lessons that I've learned along the way to help me develop that understanding. And so now I feel much more confident in being able to help others in the way that makes sense for them, as opposed to doing what I wanted to do or what I thought was in support of them, when really it wasn't. So one of the biggest takeaways from this particular hard truth is that while I may have the strong desire to help others, I also have to recognize that helping others looks different for everyone. And so it's really important for me to have some discernment so that I can respond in a way that will actually help, right? And so that is today's hard truth. I will see you here tomorrow for day number 7. Okay, see ya.